Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my Minecraft Survival series where I'm going to be attempting to collect one stack of every single item available in Survival Minecraft. I just thought I'd start off today's episode by getting you up to date with a few things I did between episodes. You don't want too much, but I'll just get you up to date anyway. So I killed off all the chickens that were here. I extended this to put some sheep in here. And there's also a hut there, or a little pen there for some pigs. But I need to get some carrots first because I haven't found any yet. I'm not sure what all my cows are doing. I think my cows are broken. But I will get some pigs once I get some carrots. Hopefully I can get some in today's episode and start that off. I also smelted down all of the gold and iron that we had from the last episode and just turned it into blocks. So I used all the XP I got from killing all the chickens and smelting all the gold and iron to do 2 level 30 enchantments. So I enchanted this sword, which is actually not too bad, and breaking and knockback's good. I would prefer sharpness to smite, but smite will do. And then I got this pickaxe, which is probably about as bad as you can get for a level 30 enchantment. I really need a fortune 3 pickaxe as soon as possible so I can start mining through the redstone and the coal and diamonds that I've got. So I want to do a few redstone projects pretty soon, so I'm going to need a lot of redstone for that. So that's why I've decided to start today's episode. I'm going to come down here, and if you remember in the last episode I did a little montage, and I found a few mob spawners in there, and one of them was a skeleton spawner, and it's just down here, so it's not far from the base at all. But I've decided I'm just going to make a little XP farm out of this spawner. It's right here. It's level 17, so I've got quite a bit of room to work down and loads of room to work upwards. But I'm just going to head over to a creative world and design the one I'm going to build, and then I'll show you it. It's going to be pretty basic, I'm sure you've all seen it before, but it's just easy to show you in creative rather than showing you in survival. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. Right, so here I am over on the creative world quickly just to show you this design. I'm sure most of you have seen a design like this before because it's pretty sure it's commonly used around. But anyway, it's just this inside here is a 9x9 square. And that means all the water, if you place one in each corner, will flow to the middle. So if any skeletons spawn in this area, they all end up going down this one hole in the middle. Occasionally you get a bit jammed there, but it's no big deal because you always find a way to sort it out. That hole goes to here, the little water stream below. It's all single file, so just push each other along into the water in the end. Occasionally you do get stuck on this block like you see here, but then some more will just spawn, come along and push them into the water stream. Then it goes all the way up here, so that this, from that block at the top there to this block that they'll land on, that's a 22 block drop. So you should just be able to hit all these, there'll be one hit. Occasionally if you have armour it'll be more than one hit, but it's no big deal really. Then if you go in this corner you can collect all the bones, arrows and XP. So it's a pretty basic design. But this is a design I did want to do, it's even more basic, but because of the new water mechanics it doesn't work anymore. So they all just clump up in this like corner here, or in these like 6 blocks here. And they just don't go into the water. So I just tried a few things with that and it didn't work, so this is the design I decided to go for instead. So I'll be back in 2 seconds when I've built it on my survival world. It'll probably be like 2 or 3 hours for me, but it'll be a quick jump for you lot, so I'll see you in a sec. Alright then, I'm back over here on my survival world. It's my little farms and stuff over there and base. This is just where the skeleton farm is, if I can get over to it. It is actually the next day for me now from when I recorded the last little clip because it took me so long to get all the stuff together and build it, but here we go. I'm going to build a little house around this eventually, but for now this is the way up from the skeleton farm and this is the way down. If I go down here, here it is. Before I show you around, I'm just going to show you some clips from when I went to the Nether to get the soul sand that I needed. And a bit of redstone as well, or glowstone to make these redstone lanterns. But I actually got very lucky with the spawning of where the portal went. It actually landed inside a fortress, so I managed to go around the fortress, kill a few wither skeletons and get a few chests. So I'll just show you that quickly, then we can carry on with the tour of this place. Right, so if my editing did go to plan, which I hope it did, you should have seen a few Nether clips, and now I'm going to try explain this skeleton farm as quickly as possible, because I don't want to rant on for too long. So here it is. Here's the enchantment table. It's pretty simple. Just a few books and lapis. Storage rooms over here. Bones on, arrows on this side. Bones on this side. This is where the skeletons land. If you pull this lever, it goes to kill mode, which is the change I made from my creative world. It basically just drops them down a few more blocks, as you can see down there. This is where they go to. Just into a little cage. They all take so much fall damage that they die on that block. And all the loot drops into here. I did want to have more than 2 double chests, but it's bedrock there, so you can't. So we're stuck with 2 chests. That's just if I wanted to go AFK overnight. Which I did actually last night. That's why I've got quite a lot of bones and arrows. I'll just put it on XP mode for now. I'll show you behind the scenes quick for the redstone. As this level goes into a block, which goes into a repeater, into another block, into a redstone dust, and that goes into this block here, into the torch, which is above the piston. It's pretty simple redstone. You can probably get more compact than that, but I'm not very good at redstone, so that's all I could come up with. There's 2 blocks here which hide this door. The reason I put the blocks there so it's dark in here, but this is just like a little viewing platform to see if there's out going wrong up here. Which there never seems to be out going wrong with the farm. It's pretty consistent so far. That's the room I usually go AFK in if I'm going to do it. And down here is just a little viewing platform down here. This is where they drop down from that hole there, which you can't really see because it's so dark, but there's a hole there to drop down. I am going to replace that block there for ice, so they kind of just flow along easily. For now, I just made this little hole to drag them in. You don't really need to do that. They always find a way to get into the water stream eventually by themselves anyway. But that's just there just to help out a little bit. And they are all 1 hit here. So it is a 22 block drop from up there. Next up, I was going to show some of the books I've got enchanted. You can just look at them, but there's not too good. There's a few feather falling books which I will use. I think that's probably the best one I've got so far, which I'll probably put on my boots. A few bows, nothing too good. But then I did get this one on my 4th attempt, which I quite like. It's the bomb I'm going to use for quite a while, I think. And I also managed to get a fortune pickaxe finally. So, one last thing I wanted to show is that these blocks here, these 4 blocks and the 4 blocks below were all diamonds, because we are on level 13 right now. So there's 8 diamonds here, which I'm going to go and mine in a second. One of the reasons it took me so long to build this farm is because of all the gravel that just kept falling down. Every time I mined a block, about 10 pieces of gravel fell on me. So that's why I've got so much gravel here. These chests are just full of junk from building blocks and stuff like that. I think that's everything I've got to show down here. Right, next up, I was going to go and build a stable, like, a source of food, basically. Throughout the season, I want a stable food source. So I don't want to be constantly breeding and killing cows and stuff like that. So I just want a way to, if I want food, I've got food there, basically. So the way I'm going to do that is, well, you'll see in a little bit. First of all, I'm just going to mine these diamonds. There's 38 here. I'll just kill these first. Right, so there is, if I remember right, there's 38 diamonds here, and then there's another 8. So that should be 46 diamonds there, which I'm just going to mine with this fortune real quick. Right, so here we are. We've got a stack of 46 diamonds, which I think is actually pretty good. So from 46 diamond blocks we managed to get an extra stack of diamonds from that. So that's pretty good, I'd say. So that is 110 diamonds overall, which is not too bad for the second episode. Yeah, next, I just wanted to show you me mining the diamonds on camera before I do this next part. For me, it's gonna be probably like 2 or 3 hours again, but for you guys, I'll be back in a second once I've dug the big hole which this farm is gonna go inside. So yeah, I'll see you all in a second. Right, so here I am, over at the big hole I said I was gonna dig. It took me quite a while to do, because it's a 20 by 20 square, and it goes down to Y15. As you can see now, I'm stood on Y72, if you look in the top left at the coordinates. So yeah, that's quite a big hole to dig. It takes a while with efficiency 5, I thought it'd be a lot quicker than that. But I suppose I just need to get a haste beacon next time for Instamine. I'll just show you some of the junk I got from mining all that. I'll probably use this for some kind of building eventually. It's just a bit of junk again. So the ores I got, actually got quite a bit of iron and coal, I was impressed with that. It's all just stone, which I'm starting to get a big collection now. Just some cobble, I think all these chests are empty. And then over here I've just been smelting down some glass, some smooth stone, which I've been building this down there, that I'll get to in a second. So I did just think that in the last clip I didn't actually explain what I'm going to be building here, so I'll just go through that quickly now. So as you can see, there's the start of a farm down there, which is a sugarcane farm, which I'll get down to in a second. And that sugarcane farm's going to go all the way up to about here. It's going to be about 8 layers high, so that's the first layer there. It's just going to repeat that another 7 times. And where the dirt is going to be a storage room. Above the dirt is going to be the surface with some pumpkin, just some pumpkin farms on top, maybe 4, like 1 in each corner or something like that. And then somewhere I'm going to have some chickens to lay some eggs. And I'm sure a few of you have figured out now that that's what you need to make a pumpkin pie. So it's basically just a pumpkin pie farm. I feel like it's a good source of food because you can stay AFK, collect all the stuff you need, and then craft the pumpkin pie rather than, you know, if you're making a cow farm, you need to breed them all up and then kill them and then start breeding them again, cook all the stuff. It's just easier to do this, I think. So this is what I'm going to be living off. So I think I'll just jump down here and show you it quickly. It's just a little storage system I've got going for now. It's nothing too great, and I'm not going to try and claim this is the best, most efficient sugarcane farm of all time, but you can see it's not actually that compact at all. I'm sure people can make it much more compact with like observer blocks and stuff, but I'm not great at redstone, so I'll just quickly break this and I'll explain how it works. Now I need to go all the way back over here. So as you can see, basically got the water next to the dirt with the sugarcane growing on it. Then you have a little T shape here. I'm sure just by seeing this on the screen you can work out exactly how it works. But that torch right there, it's not a redstone torch, it's a normal torch, as you can see over there. That's just for a bit of lighting so they grow at night. I'm not actually sure if they need lighting, but I'm just there anyway. Yeah, it's got the piston that extends, knocks it off, and it's all collected down there. So you have the redstone torch above it, and then the repeater going into the back of this block. And this redstone that goes all the way around here is for just to harvest it, so it all links to this lever here. And as you know, it all goes down into the thing. It's all collected. And the reason I had this here is just so it stops. I have these blocks here, and that stops the sugarcane flying off to the side, so it makes it a little bit more efficient. Probably not that much. I'm sure people can make much better designs, but if you want to use this design, feel free. It's pretty simple, but it's also fairly expensive. I'm sure you can make it a lot cheaper in your survival world. But yeah, I think now I'm just going to start stacking this up. Just do this exact same design, probably another 7 times or so to get it up there. And then I'll be back. Hopefully it won't take me too long, so I'll see you in a second. Yeah then guys, I'm just back with a quick update on the farm. It's going to have to be a very quick update because I want to try and get this video out soon, and there's something I want to do after I've done this. So as you can see, it's not fully done yet, so I'm not going to get it finished this episode. You might have seen there, it's actually automated now as well, which I'll get to in a second. But I've built another 4 layers on top of the one I already had, and that only took me half an hour or so. The problem is I'm out of redstone now. This is all the redstone I've got left. So I'm not going to be able to finish it this episode, but I'll definitely get it done for the start of the next one. This behind me is just a cobblestone generator because I needed it for pistons, but yeah, I'll just jump down here. You can see I've got over 10 stacks of sugarcane, which isn't so bad because the farm's not fully built yet and it's just been running in the background when I've been building the layers. But this is how I've managed to automate it. It's pretty simple, it's just a redstone hopper clock. Basically, I'll explain it in simple terms. I'm not very good at explaining redstone. But you can see all the items are transferring over from this hopper to this hopper, because they're facing into each other. I've got 3 stacks of gravel in there, but you can have whatever item and how much you want in there. The more you have, the longer it is between harvests, basically. But yeah, once all the items have transferred over from one hopper to the other, this redstone block will transfer from this block to this block, as you'll be able to see in a second when it activates. But every time it activates, like it did there, this observer will get an update, which will power the redstone and power the repeater into this redstone torch tower. I'm sure you all know how they work, where the torches alternate from powered to unpowered all the way up. I'll show you it from this side over here and you'll get a better view of it. Yeah, so this torch is powered, that one's unpowered, that one's powered. So basically all the ones on this side are unpowered, all the ones on this side are powered. And there's also a repeater on every level of the farm, as you can see there as well. And this basically just, once the redstone torch tower goes off, this torch will get unpowered, which will unpower this repeater, which will unpower all of the redstone around, which means all these repeaters here will get unpowered on every side. That will power the redstone torches all the way along here, all the way along every side as well. And that will of course power all of the pistons which harvest the crops. It's pretty simple redstone really, but I've probably explained it pretty poorly. I'm sure you all get what's going on there. One more thing is that I've put blocks above the sugarcane there. So the sugarcane can't grow 3 blocks high. You don't need to do this if you're going to build it, as it goes off again there. You don't need to do it, but the reason I've done it is because if the sugarcane grows 3 high, when it harvests it just flies off to the side everywhere and starts landing on the, like, behind the pistons or on top of the pistons in the water and stuff. So yeah, it seems a bit pointless having it to grow 3 high if it's not actually going to harvest it all. So that's why I've done that, if anyone's wondering as well. But yeah, I think that's me done for today's episode. I'm going to go mining now, and if anything interesting happens I'll put that at the end. If I find any diamonds and stuff like that, I'll shove that in a little highlight reel at the end just after this. I'm not going to be talking over that, it's just going to be a bit of music over it. So yeah, that's me done for now. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.